1 and
I
0.
was actually like pressed. I was like, no shot.
I told JP.
He definitely knows
I told
by
JP
now.
about people
He knows by now, right? Somebody just could
all say.
Now.
I've worked
It's the most.
JP's I need to study. I need to study.
I was freestyling.
He said he wasn't studying.
Okay, here we go. We should be able to give you guys a good time to be able to work on your assignment. We've talked about how to solve for these equations. The first one, you're going to subtract 5. Next one, you're going to divide by 5. What are you going to do here?
The log of 5.
Nope. The fifth root of 5 to both sides. And then how about this one? Log base 5 of both sides, right? So now what if we change it to this? Log base 5 of x. How do you get rid of log base 5? You create a base of 5 for each one.
Second here.
Just gonna guess.
What?
Nothing.
They hung up on me.
Whatever.
What a pain in the
Can I have to just because you don't, it could be like, oh, it's on a school calling me, like, sick
Right.
kid, So let's cancel you x equals 25. Isn't that handy?
That is, you know,
That's handy.
I've never seen something so handy, honestly.
Here I'm going to create a base of 8. Log base 8. 8 go away. I get 3x minus 7 is equal to 8 squared is 64. Add 7 to both sides. 3x is equal to 71. X is 71 over 3. No big deal. How's about letter C? What do you think you do first there?
Probably subtract the 2.
Yeah, let's subtract the 2. I get log base 2 of 4 minus x is equal to negative 1. What do you think now?
Then you tack the
Take
twos
the
on.
base of 2.
Yep, create a base of 2.
So then you get 4 minus x is equal to 1 over 2.
What is 2 to the negative 1 power?
1 over 2.
1/2 or 0.5. Very good.
Really?
I subtract that 4 and I get negative x is equal to negative 3.5. And I divide by negative 1 and I get x is 3.5. Try letter D on your own.
Letter D.
Hey, be nice.
Is this already base 3? I wonder if
Yeah, it's times.
Oh, it's times. Oh, so then you divide.
That's C similar. Yeah, x equals 9.
It would be 3 to the second. Not 2.
Jacob.
Hopefully you got this far to say that log base 3 of x is equal to 2. Now I create a base of 3. I get x is equal to none other than 9.
Heck yeah.
9! We're going to skip letter F. We'll do letter E. I want to get rid of the 6 first. I will subtract 6. 2 times the natural log of x squared minus 2 is equal to 3. I will divide by 2. Natural log of x squared minus 3 is equal to 3 halves. Oh boy.
So that's dividing by 2.
What did I do?
X squared minus X squared minus 2,
Oh,
right?
sorry about that, yep. Stop yelling at me, Kenzie.
You're so mean. All the time.
Can I be allowed to make a mistake every once in a while?
Well, with correction, yes.
Thank you for that permission, Ledger.
Yeah.
To get rid of natural log, we create a base of e.
E10.
And so I get x squared minus 2 is equal to, now I have to take e to the 3/2 power. So I need to go to my calculator for that.
Come on,
I have my
Opt
cow.
out.
Let's go, Cal.
Let's go. Cal, let's go.
Raise to the 3.
And if you notice, the letter e sits on your division symbol, or e is a second natural log. That would be if you want to create it as an exponent right away, e to the, or you could just go e, come on, and raise it to the 3/2 power, or 1.5.
What?
I got 4 points.
So, okay. So here's what Ben did. Ben did e, and he raised it to the 3/2. And what this did is he raised it to the 3rd power, and it takes that answer and it divides it by 2. And so he ends up with a 10.04.
So
That's what I did too,
I'd
Ben.
have to do parentheses.
Parentheses around the 3/2.
Ah!
Yep. So we got 4.481. Okay.
Wait a second.
Okay. You're waiting. Go on.
You don't much.
Be nice, Jacob.
Shut.
Okay, it makes sense, more sense.
Now, I want to show you guys something that's very useful that you're going to continue to use throughout this course on your calculator. A lot of people didn't know this first hour. It helped them out. But does everybody agree? I'm gonna add 2, and then I'm gonna square root both sides, right? So watch this on my calculator. If I take, let's go back to e raised to the 1.5 power, okay? And I get that, and I then want to add 2, so you just add 2, and then I want to square root that. Well, notice if I press add 2, it automatically brings up this ans, which means your previous answer. So I can now take the square root of my previous answer by just typing in second negative sign. So that negative sign, it brings up answer, so it automatically puts in the 6.48168,907.
You know, that is slick.
I press enter, and that way it reduces the amount of typing I have. I have less chance to make a mistake. So I got plus or minus 2.545.
Jacob, what did you just
Yeah,
say?
That's wrong.
Wait,
Has there ever been a calculator that's been wrong?
100%.
That just doesn't do the work?
Whoa.
Calculators always do exactly what they're programmed to do. So I don't think a calculator will, if it's wrong, it's because somebody programmed it incorrectly.
So like I could go into Ledger's calculator and program it wrong?
No, I don't think you can reprogram this calculator, but the people who started out with it from the
Yeah, you idiot.
Okay, all right. Okay, feeling aggressive today, aren't we, Ledge?
Well, Ben's being mean, so.
Okay, all right. Maybe Ben's angry today because
Ben is trying to sabotage me. That is mean.
maybe he just had a bad fantasy football weekend.
Did you bet?
Hey, I did too, so it's okay.
I made a bad choice.
Why?
I bench
You
scored
decided to
on
Yeah, you're an
bench score
idiot.
for July. What happened?
And how did that go?
I was gonna say close.
I didn't look.
That's all right, Ben.
30
25
points
seats.
or something like that, wasn't it?
All right, our last 4 examples here. What do you notice is different about these 4 problems compared to the other ones we did? Yeah, and so we want to create a single logarithm. And I learned that you can create a single logarithm by turning subtraction into division. So I have the log of x over x plus 1 is equal to 2. Notice how I took that subtraction of 2 logarithms of the same base and I made it into the division of 1 logarithm. So Ledge, we said that the log of x minus the log of y is the same as the log of x over y. We can use our laws of logarithms to rewrite that. Okay, so I have that in play. What is the base of this logarithm? 10. So I will create a base of 10. And I get x over x plus 1 is equal to 100. Now we're back to a basic equation to solve. If I have a fraction equal to a fraction, you can cross multiply. And I get x is equal to 100x plus 100.
Give me that.
I subtract the 100x and I get negative 99x is equal to 100. I divide by negative 99, I get x is equal to negative 100 over 99. Which is absolutely incorrect. This is no solution.
Why? How is it incorrect?
I will show you.
Oh, is it because the log can't be negative?
Exactly. So suppose you ended up, suppose you had an equation like the square root of x plus 1. That was your original equation, or expression, and you came up with x is equal to negative 5. If you plug negative 5 back in, notice how you take the square root of a negative and you can't do that. So same situation here. If you think about the logarithmic graph, we graphed it and it looks like this, which means the domain is from 0 to infinity. You cannot take the logarithm of 0 or of a negative number. Well, when you plug this back in, notice how it becomes the logarithm of a negative in both situations. So therefore, it does not work. We would consider this solution to be somewhat extraneous, or in other words, just no solution. So be careful of that, and we'll talk about that more, and you'll see an example like that or two in your assignment. The next one, I have the natural log, and I have x plus 1 divided by x minus 1. What to do now? Create a base of e. X plus 1 over x minus 1 equals e cubed. Go to my calculator and I take e and I cube it and I get 20.085. I'll cross multiply.
He just thinks the air come on, it's just programmed.
That is very programmed, bro.
Checks out.
No, it doesn't check out.
Checks out.
Hey,
Be nice to Drew.
hey.
I will now subtract the x and get 19.085x is equal to, and if I add the 20.085 over the other side, I get 21.085. Solve by dividing both sides by 19.085.
Bro.
Can somebody tell me what they get? 1 point. 0.
Josh, I really am hungry.
1.104.
104. Very good. We'll leave it with that. I will check my result. If you plug 1.104 in, does this end up being the natural log of a positive number or negative number?
Positive.
How about here? Positive.
Barely positive.
Positive.
Positive, but barely. Very good. So, yep.
Barely.
What's different? What's different about the next one?
Nearly held it.
Yeah, very good. Good job, Jacob.
I saw that little stuff.
Natural log of what is x plus 2 times x minus 2?
X squared minus 4.
Yeah. Another situation where we have conjugates, we multiply them and the middle goes away.
X squared minus 1.
I will now create a base of
E.
e.
Told you it's programmed in Eric Mine's brainwashed too.
And I get x squared minus 4 is equal to, and I go to my calculator. And if you don't want to do the exponent every time, you can just go second natural log, and I'll bring up e to the power. And Ben, if you notice in this situation, buddy, If you go second natural log, it actually starts with the parenthesis for you to remind you that you should close the parenthesis off eventually. And it's just e to the 2. And so we will add 4 to both sides and we'll square root it. So I add 4. And I'm going to do this trick. I'm going to do square root of the answer. And I get 3.375. If I plug in 3.375, do I get the logarithm of a positive?
Yeah.
If I plug in negative 3.375, do I end up with a logarithm of a positive?
No.
No. So this is only x can equal positive 3.375, not the negative, only the positive. Last problem, you try letter D on your own. What can you come up with?
Chaos.
So let's divide.
Two first.
Then you can have log base 3 times 4x squared.
Squared.
How? Because the next time the x is squared. 4x times x. Yes, 4x squared. Because you're multiplying them. Because the positive, you got to multiply them when you combine them.
Oh, no, that would not make sense.
Or Raleigh's birthday today. We're going to sing for the next hour.
You divide it over.
You know what I forgot to
4x
do?
squared is equal to square root of 9.
I forgot to fill out that Google form that you sent out.
Oh, that's what he did. He didn't divide it by 2, he said.
In June.
Oh, I see.
So that means we'll celebrate in December.
Yeah, my half birthday's on Christmas.
You can't
Celebrate on December 20th.
My birthday is usually over spring break.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're in the
Me
same.
too.
Well, I'm
Give me that.
stupid.
why? Because our birthdays are one day apart.
Yeah.
Probably.
And then just because you have the same birthday as Drew Teeter doesn't mean you get to talk.
You get to
I
be
don't have the
mean.
same birthday.
Wow.
You're mean, man.
Any questions how I got to where I am right now?
Yes.
I got it.
I don't know how you got there.
So I take the 2 and I move it up as an exponent to become log base 3 of x squared.
I know, I screwed up.
Then I take the addition and I change it into multiplication, so it's 4x times x squared is 4x cubed. Then I get rid of the log base 3 by taking or creating a base of 3 on both sides.
I don't know.
And now I can divide by 4 and get x cubed is equal to 27 over 4. And then cubed root both sides. So the final answer is a cubed root of 27 over 4.
We don't have to solve that?
So we are going to solve it. We're going to take the cubed root, and you can press math and do cubed root, which is number 4. Cubed root of 27 divided by 4.
Wait, how did you do it again?
So I'll show you
I
again.
just did it.
Press math, and it's number 4 is the cubed root option. I never do that. I do parentheses 27 divided by 4. And then I raise that to the 1/3 power.
Ooh.
So that's how I navigate. That's how I do my roots.
Shoot, I forgot to do parentheses.
Nice job.
And it doesn't matter which option you choose, you get 1.889. Big John likes the button better.
Of course he does.
You get to choose, and that's one thing, you get to have that autonomy. How do you want to do it? Good for you, buddy.
Oh, John.
You guys are ready to finish off your assignment. You only have one assignment left in this unit, and we'll go over that tomorrow. You'll get back from Thanksgiving break, and we will have a test on Wednesday. I'll get you a study guide to tomorrow.
If I forget about it.
About the test on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Then I'll remind you Monday.
Ooh.
Oh, then you'll remember on Wednesday.
Bet you didn't think of that.
I didn't think of that.
Right?